to Esther Passaris. Thank you for joining us. I know it's been a long day for both of you, and you also elected to just be part of this conversation this evening is a good sacrifice. I really want to say thank you. Esther, it's been a while, and thank you for, of course, seeing you on this other side of the tracks. I wanted just to ask you a very pointed question, first of all, regarding we are celebrating or observing the Gender-Based Violence Month since, you know, the 1st of...
25th.
Yes, since 25th until the 16th of December. This
10th.
will, the 10th of December. Yeah, that will be training our focus on what is happening with the gender-based violence. I don't know, there has been a report that just came out yesterday from Jukwaa la Usalama, from the Ministry of Interior, regarding the criminal gangs. And maybe you can just give us a perspective of what you think that has been happening on that event where many women are really adversely affected, especially with violence online. It's very visual. We can see women being attacked. And you are one who representing these faces of women in Nairobi.
Okay, I mean, so every year between 25th of November and 10th of December, the world observes 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, sexual gender-based violence. And when you think about it, it's 15 days just to create awareness that SGBV is on the rise. And why is it on the rise? You know, sometimes I question, you know, we as women, we raise these men because they are our sons. Mm-hmm. What happens to make them turn against grandmothers, to turn against children, to turn against women, to turn against their own wives or their partners? We have a crisis. And I mean, we can try and blame it to mental health, blame it to alcohol, blame it to drugs. But I think the fact that people get away with it, right, it's becoming more rampant. And when you think of Africa, I mean, we saw what South Africa's done. They've just declared it a national crisis. When you think of Africa, we're patriarchal. So there's always been this desire to dominate and more or less command the woman. And now you're finding that women are coming out, they're becoming independent, they are working, they are, you know, they're demanding to be equal partners, and some men probably can't take that. So the only other resort is violence. But I think if we were able to deal with our investigations on perpetrators efficiently, which we are not, and we were able to create shelters and safe spaces for women, which we're lagging behind on that. And if we were also able to educate and protect the girl child. I mean, it was really disheartening during COVID to see over 300,000 girls, majority of them in Kilifi County, being impregnated. And we're talking about girls between the age of 10 and 18, being impregnated when they're home. You know, so you need to have them in school for them to be safe, not to be preyed on by perpetrators. But what do we do? So you have this 10-year-old girl who gets defiled, she gets pregnant, she gives birth. Then all of a sudden, we say we can't give her commodities because she's not 18, so you can't give her birth control. So because she's given birth in this neighborhood, right, then the men think she's an adult, she's 10. So by 11, another child, 12, 13. By the time she's 20, she's got 6 children. But she's still a girl, she's still a baby, she's still a child. And I feel that we are failing. We're failing to protect our girls. We're failing, you know, I think it's so unjust, you know, and that's why I'm pro-choice. It's so unjust to make a 10-year-old girl who was defiled by her father give birth and die on the delivery room. Then you can't even give her NHIF or SHA. We're still trying to figure out how do you give this child cover to give birth when her mother's given birth on the same cover. I think we've worked out some kind of way to make sure that teen moms can also be registered on SHA.